Let me answer Juliet Cutbert. Let me answer.
A defiant state minister in the Ministry of National Security, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, denied allegations of being investigated by the Integrity Commission. She was responding to a press release from the People's National Party, PNP, demanding answers from her regarding a deleted social media post.
On the record, I'm commenting, I have never, in my 10 years as a member of parliament or state minister, ever received any letter from the Integrity Commission about any investigation. And that is how that should be done, right? So I'm not sure where the PMP got that from. But the PMP, they're mischievous, they mislead, and they lie. They outright lie. And they make up stuff. They should be ashamed of themselves right now as to what is going on with that leaked tape, trying to...
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Mislead the public and also trying to malign people's names.
However, Cuthbert Flynn says that the post, which might have been removed by one of her social media handlers, did not mention anything about her being investigated.
My post mentioned nothing about me being investigated. There's a lawyer by the name of Kenyatta who posted that and insinuated that. So maybe you need to go and also speak with him. And he's a lawyer. So he doesn't want a lawsuit, right? He doesn't want a lawsuit. And so I never mentioned any such thing. Nothing like that was written in my post. Kenyatta Powell is the one who instigated all of this and kept repeating it on social media because this is exactly what he wanted. Exactly what's happening now is what he wanted. And that's it. The PMP, they're trifling. They're disgusting and they're trifling. They're a trifling set.
The state minister has one direct message for the Integrity Commission.
I would implore the Integrity Commission to come out and make a statement. They cannot.
No, so that woman are real. How come she didn't I post she there? She actually read the Integrity Commission Act. There's a gap clause for the come out and say what?
Listen to me. They cannot keep doing this to people's names. And these people out there who are aligned with the PMP, like Kenyatta Powell, this is what they do. And I'm not going to allow anybody to take my name and drag it through any mud in this country.
Natasha Williams, C.
We'll go back to the post, ladies and gentlemen. Because the woman here chat be a foolishness. Yeah, man, I be a foolishness chat. What she said right there, so. Illicit enrichment is to rile up all the people who dislike politicians. To stain us, unfortunately. That stain stays after all is cleared and the hate remains. Miss, you out of your own account, by your social media handle, put out this, that illicit enrichment is to rile up all the people who dislike politicians. I am taken aback by that statement. Illicit enrichment means that people are thief money and not earning it properly. So how can you belittle illicit enrichment as if it is not a crime? As if you are accepting that illicit enrichment is okay, that politicians can earn money and not be able to explain how they earn their money legally. This is very concerning for me as a private citizen. I don't have no trust in you, and I am questioning whether or not the Integrity Commission is actually investigating you based off this statement that you make out of your mouth. That's what, and then what you just said a while ago, added to this, I am suspecting that you might be under investigation. But you said that you were not. But time will tell. Time will tell. Talking about illicit enrichment is there to stain politicians. If you are not illicit enriching yourself, how can you be stained? If your assets are certified, you are clean. Why are you so opposed to the investigation of illicit enrichment, Juliet Cutbert? Is it that you cannot explain your wealth? Is it that you are being looked into? Any person that have common sense would ask these questions based off this post that you made on your social media, whether you deleted it or not. It's forever. People are going to screenshot it. And here we have it. You are a lawyer. Go and read the Basel Institute of Governance cases. Are clearly investigated, and are persons given a chance to conduct hearing before their names are put into public for illicit enrichment. Alright, are hearings conducted in Jamaica when there is an investigation? I keep hearing that persons who are accused are not given a chance to explain. Is that true? So this is her responding to the individual that she's talking about. And then she said the IC only a month ago tried to enter my home and didn't want to give the gate any information. They told the security they wish to visit my premises. How did we get this information? You put it out. No, any well-thinking person is going to ask, so hold on, why did you not let in the Integrity Commission? And are you being investigated for illicit enrichment? Those are logical questions based off your own post that you deleted, miss. So no, you can't come, oh, I'm not gonna, no, you cause all of this, nobody else. These are questions, and questions are made to be asked. Know that the pressure is on, the temperature too hot. What? You're not confident no more? Oh, you're gonna threaten, oh, we're gonna sue. You know, most of them sue. They were turned back because they tried to visit without prior notifications. And I challenge that. The Integrity Commission, I don't remember one time when the Integrity Commission visited somebody and did not give them notification. So it's either you never get the notification or you were ignoring the notification and then decide to come here. Well, I would like to know how this goes, but guess what? The Integrity Commission cannot come out and speak on it. So why would you even ask them to do that when you know by law they cannot do that? And you are a lawmaker? Come on, bro. See, this is the games they play. Everything that you said about the PNP, that is her and the JLP. And we're gonna play it again to remind you that she's talking about herself. They tried to turn back. They were turned back because they tried to visit without prior notification from me, the resident. With what kind of crap is that? I was shown the video of their vehicle. So this is her saying that the Integrity Commission came to her home. Of course, that's going to raise questions. One of the biggest issues we have is with illicit enrichment. That's one of the biggest issues we have. Let's listen to her again, ladies and gentlemen.
EVM News. A defiant state minister in the Ministry of National Security, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, denied allegations of being investigated by the Integrity Commission. She was responding to a press release from the People's National Party, PNP, demanding answers from her regarding a deleted social media post.
On the record, I'm commenting, I have never, in my 10 years as a member of parliament or state minister, ever received any letter from the Integrity Commission about any investigation. And that is how that should be done, right? So I'm not sure where the PNP got that from. But the PNP, they're mischievous, they mislead, and they lie.
PNP are mischievous, they mislead, and they lie. Alright. Let's look what the PNP said. And the JLP does that. Not the PNP. Not mischievous at all. Alright. Let's go to the statement that the PNP put out. I'm sure it's here somewhere. I never read it, to be quite honest with you. Oh, happy birthday to Dwayne Vaz. Him and Mr. Floyd Morris, both of them. You know. Yes, this is the statement. So let's see what they put out. The People's National Party is deeply troubled by two now deleted social media posts on July 20th, 2026 by Juliet Cutbert, Flynn, Member of Parliament and Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security and Peace, in which she appeared to minimize the seriousness of illicit enrichment as a crime. Come on now, somebody. I'm dead. Talk to them, no man. The lady minimized the seriousness of illicit enrichment as a criminal offense. So where is the mischievousness in this? The premise and the reason for this notice is because of her minimizing the seriousness of illicit enrichment as a criminal offense. The post includes statements which indicate that Mrs. Cutbert Flynn may herself be the subject of an Integrity Commission scrutiny. However, instead of clarifying this, she chose to delete her post. So when you delete the post and people are asked a question, it is right for the PMP ask her, Miss Cutbert Flynn, are you being investigated? So it says the PMP calls on Miss Cutbert to publicly state the definite terms whether she is currently under investigation, under the Integrity Commission investigation. Jamaican people, both home and in the diaspora, deserves honest and precision from their public officials, particularly one entrusted with national security. This is fair. What is mischievous about this? I don't understand. What is mischievous about this? Hey, PMP, this is what you're supposed to do as the opposition. Keep your foot on their necks. Don't take it off. But mischievous. Are the right thing to do? Ask her, make you put out a statement. And we must remember, how are you doing, Angela? We must remember, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the same government that has a leader that said he searched far and wide and he doesn't know about anybody that is being investigated, while he was being investigated around the same time Andrew Wheatley was being investigated. Now we know that's why you cannot trust the Labour right them. Bolo.
Ball out! Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament, shift the election, shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Outright lie, and they make up stuff. There should be.
Jamaica, what did the PMP make up in this post? They didn't make up anything. She minimized the seriousness of illicit enrichment. That's a fact. See tier, illicit enrichment is to rile up all the people who dislike politicians to stain us. You are the liar, Mrs. Cutbert. You are the liar. Alright? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Let's continue.
Be ashamed of themselves right now as to what is going.
You should be ashamed of yourself for coming out here and lying on the People's National Party about them. What lie did they tell on you? You are the liar. You should be ashamed.
With that leaked tape, trying to, mislead the public and also trying to malign people's names.
So the leaked tape. Make we go to the leaked tape, ladies and gentlemen. Cause she said it a malign. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So I found the clip. Let's listen to what they said. Listen to this.
Mario, the concern I'm raising is this, that Anderson's track record is not one full of blemish that it will be so easy to attach certain things to him. The corruption argument not going to be attached to him so easily, right? In my humble opinion, I think they've outsmarted us and then put in this man now to be a CEO and whatever. Reality is we need to ensure that the average Jamaican is saying we don't care who he is. He could have full of integrity like, wow, he could have been whatever. He's the man who sought out all of the hurricane relief that got it to Jamaica, whether we know it or not. So I would love for us to be able to put that information together, package it for the ground so that the average Jamaican can get that information. Mario, the concern.
So she is discussing packaging the truth about the man, not attacking nothing, understanding the facts. What is the uproar about? Let's hear the next voice note.
Bear in mind that the Nara bill is what the JLP sees as its glory and its savior for a fourth term and a fifth term and whatever. Speaking to some of them recently, some of the operatives, they see Nara as their way out to get back in tune with the Jamaican public, because they know them in a bad state, the public itself, with the cost of living and everything. So they see Nara as a saving grace, and they are going to do everything in their power to try to get whatever done, which means bypassing like our parish council, which, you know, probably would do delay tactics and don't get it, which is why they did it that way. But safety standards and these things is a concern. So, well, let's play our ball game of politics. Bear in mind.
So, safety standards are a concern. So, which Jamaican is not concerned about safety standards? Hold on, let me go to the article. Let me pause this again because me not really. Yo, don't play with me. I just found it. Supreme Court says its Dry Harbor Mountain ruling protects against likely environmental harm. Let's read. Let's read, ladies and gentlemen.
Latest news. News. Sports. Business. The Supreme Court on Wednesday underscored that constitutional rights must not only be safeguarded after harm occurs, as it struck down a 2020 environmental permit granted to Bengal Development Limited for mining activities in Rio Bueno, Dry Harbor Mountains, Discovery Bay, St. Anne. The court ruled that the decision to grant the license was unconstitutional and of no legal effect. The ruling blocks the proposed quarrying operation in the ecologically sensitive Dry Harbor Mountains, where residents argued that the development threatened their constitutional right to a healthy environment. President of the three-panel court, Justice Sonia Wint-Blair, emphasized that nothing harmful has yet taken place, but the decision opened the door for it to happen. The permit authorized that decision, and the Constitution protects against likely harm as well as actual harm, she said.
Stick a pin. Jamaica, you hear that a while ago? Nothing harmful has happened yet. But the decision to open the door for it to happen cannot stand. So the court said unconstitutional. You see Nara and the power when Nara give Andrew. Andrew already tried to overturn this and the court ruled that it was unconstitutional. The potential for harm is concerning. So the vice note then when the PNP have right there so is to protect the people of Jamaica from the potential harm of Nara. So with the drunk them all on JF, JD and Jackson Miller don't business. They will all if you go away. Go away. You forgot about this? You forgot about this a court ruling here? The entity that is responsible for protecting the environment told the company that they could not mine in the area. Andrew Onisnam office overturned it. And what did the court say? Let's continue to read and listen.
Justice Wint-Blair also noted that although the court acknowledged the projected economic benefits of the proposed 20-year project, the evidence pointed to a significant risk of environmental harm in a fragile ecosystem known for its endemic flora and fauna. The Constitutional Court granted judgment this morning in favor of 6 residents who challenged the approval of the project. The residents had filed a constitutional claim against the Attorney General of Jamaica, first defendant, the Natural Resources Conservation Authority, NRCA, second defendant, and Bengal Development Limited, third defendant, seeking declarations that the decision infringed on their right to enjoy a healthy and productive environment free from threats of injury, damage, environmental abuse, and degradation of the ecological heritage.
Stick up in and a drunk labor right government is appealing this. It infringes this to the argument when they win. The decision infringes on their right to enjoy a healthy environment, a healthy and productive environment, free from threats of injury, damage, environmental abuse, and degradation of the ecology. of the ecological heritage. And Andrew Owners decided, say, I don't care. We're going to appeal it. Let's continue.
Heritage. They also argued that their rights to reside in any part of Jamaica and to protection from degrading or inhumane treatment were breached. Among the relief sought was an order for an injunction restraining Bengal from starting or continuing any mining, quarrying, or other activity pursuant to the permit. In its ruling, the court declared that the environmental permit, which had authorized the mining and quarrying of bauxite, peat, sand, and other minerals in the ecologically sensitive Dry Harbor Mountain area, was null, void, and of no legal effect. The permit was originally granted on November 5, 2020, and later amended in December of that year. Additionally, the court issued an injunction restraining Bengal Development, its agents, and employees from commencing or continuing any mining or related activities on the Bengal lands under the disputed permit. The panel, which also included Andrea Thomas and Tricia Hutchinson-Shell, made several declarations. It found that both the ministerial decision to overrule the NRCA and the granting of the permit were likely to breach constitutional protections guaranteeing citizens the right to a healthy and safe environment. The dispute dates back to May 2020, when the NRCA denied Bengal Development's application for an environmental permit on environmental and public health grounds. The company appealed, and Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, who has oversight responsibility for the NRCA, overturned that decision and granted the permit later that year, subject to 76 conditions. In December 2020, 8 residents filed a constitutional claim. However, 2 withdrew, leaving 6 claimants in the matter. Michael Hilton represented the claimants, while Annalisa Lindsay appeared on behalf of the government. Bengal Development was represented by Abe Dabdob, while Kimberly Myrie Essier appeared for the NRCA.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why the leaked voice note is important, to protect the citizens of Jamaica from a potential abuse. That is what the PM, they are the watchdogs for the people of Jamaica's best interests. So when this lady here, Cutbert, whatever she want name, I come talk about mischievous and lies and cut the crap and cut the malarkey.
However, Cuthbert Flynn says the post, which might have been removed by one of her social media handlers, did not mention anything about her being investigated.
My post mentioned nothing about me being investigated. There's a lawyer by the name of Kenyatta who posted that and insinuated that. So maybe you need to go and also speak with him, and he's a lawyer, so he doesn't want a lawsuit, right? He doesn't want a lawsuit. And so...
Please, lady, don't trick the man with a good time. Please sue him. He's a liar. Sue him. Please. Please sue him now. Since I'm so confident about this and that. What the PMP said is on point. You said illicit enrichment is to rile up all the people who dislike politicians. Your statement here downgrades the seriousness of the crime. And that is a problem, and that's why the PMP asked you for clarity. Are you being investigated? They said no, move on. All of this rest of stuff we are talking about, we don't want to hear it. Because it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
I never mentioned any such thing. Nothing like that was written in my post. Kenyatta Powell is the one who instigated all of this and kept repeating it on social media because this is exactly what he wanted. Exactly what's happening now is what he wanted. And that's it. The PMP, they're
So you know say this is what you wanted, but you go put up social media posts. And lady, this is what your post said. This is what your post said, Juliet Cutbert, Twitter. You said the IC a few months ago tried to enter your home and didn't want to give the gate any information. They told the security they wished to visit the premises. They were turned back because they tried to visit without prior notification from me, the resident. What kind of crap is that? I was shown the video of their vehicle. So Juliet Cutbert, your own words raise questions. And any judge knows that it is not unreasonable for people to think or assume based off these utterances from your own social media, unless your social media was hacked. But you didn't claim that. You said that it might have been deleted by one of your social media handlers. You cannot deny it was there because the screenshot is here. So based off this is where the questions came from. It is your fault or your handlers, nobody else's. Out of order. Talking about sue. Sue the man.
Trifling. They're disgusting and they're trifling. They're a trifling set.
You are disgusting, Juliet Cutbert, and you are trifling. We've heard some voice notes with your disgusting and trifling self. You're talking about yourself.
The state minister has one direct message for the Integrity Commission.
I would implore the Integrity Commission to come out and make a...
First of all, before you implore the Integrity Commission, you have to get to Miss Apont and say, hold on, let me find it. I come like she forgot from me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to what this lady just said about that.
Say the PMP, they're trifling. They're disgusting and they're trifling. They're a trifling set.
The state minister has one direct message for the Integrity Commission.
I would implore the Integrity Commission to come out and make a statement. Listen to...
Juliet Cutbert, these are the only statement y'all get. Let me remind you something.
And malice. As regards some other statements made in this room about giving orders, the Commission takes orders from no one other than the court, and it needs to be understood. The Commission takes orders from no one other than the court. Of course, there is God-given orders which we...
So Juliet Cutbert, you hear that? Just to remind you, the Commission takes orders from no one but the court. Are you the court? Boy, you tell Commission, boy, they must come out and must. How are you, man?
They cannot keep doing this to people's names. And these...
What is the Integrity Commission doing to people's names? So you are attacking the Integrity Commission as well? The reports on... I come like me need to remind her about something again where the general said. About the report them. Yeah, I think I need to remind her. Because it look like she'll lose her brain cells.
To doing what the legislation permits us to do. That is what is happening. And it is not fair for the employees to be set in a stage where they can be set upon. So I trust that folks will realize that the reports that we send from the Integrity Commission, they are reports of facts. There are factual statements in the reports. Of course, they are recommended.
Oh, Juliet Cutbert, you hear that? What the Integrity Commissioner do? Putting out reports of facts. Out order, I come talk about illicit enrichment is to rile up all the people who dislike the politician. Kuyoto, eh? You try to play victim already, that's why people believe say you're under investigation and your fault. And I come play victim.
People out there who are aligned with the PMP, like Kenyatta Powell, this is what they do. And I'm not going to allow anybody to take my name and drag it through any mud in this country.
Natasha Williams, CVM News.
What you mean? Go and defend yourself, yes. But when the report come out, what you going to do? If you're being investigated, we're going to revisit this. You know? We're going to see if you have the same energy when we revisit that same situation here. God, go with your Juliet Cutbert. And that me I tell you, I'm going to talk about Ray and Tape. Hey people, want to big up on yourself, thanks for sticking around. You understand? Like, share and subscribe.